I'm Nancy J with the APA Celebrity Spotlight, on location in London, England, where rock and roll will live forever. But can it float? Well, let's go to the source to find that answer, and that's the actors in the fabulous new movie, Pirate Radio. How do you describe Pirate Radio? Because the title's a little misleading.
Right.
Because Johnny Depp is not in this movie.
No, no, he's not. Is he? No, he's not. How would I describe it? I think there is a little blurb on the poster somewhere. It's not on this one, but it says, one ship, 8 DJs, no morals, and I think it kind of says it perfectly.
What attracted you to this movie? Because it's kind of,
money.
A lot? You got a lot.
Money.
Excellent, excellent.
Omega Watch. Richard Curtis, you know, he is the kind of headmaster of British comedy, and so when he phones you up and says, I've written you a part in my film, you do it. I would have done anything. I would have, you know, been clapper loader, or, you know, I would have made tea quite happily just to kind of be around Richard. For me anyway, he has that kind of thing that I want him to like me.
Pirate Radio.
Yes.
It's very easy to say this is a movie about kind of a rogue radio station in the North Sea broadcasting in the 60s, but it's so much more than that. How do you describe Pirate Radio?
Well, that was a very accurate description, but for me the film is about kind of friendship and young love. I mean, those are the kind of aspects that I personally focus on, and the great music. I mean, the soundtrack is there. But yeah, I think just the people, you know, was working with were just kind of, that's the memory I've got of it, is just really nice people and really great music and good times. So I think it's about friendship as well.
It was loud, it was rebellious, and in 1966, the British government banned rock and roll on the radio.
That's the whole point of being the government. If you don't like something, you simply make it illegal.
Until one American DJ...
I don't give a hootenanny about your limey laws.
He's possibly the most famous broadcaster ever.
And a band of renegades...
You must be the Count.
I am he.
Take me to the microphone.
...launched a radio station on the high seas.
We should have set sail years ago.
And raided the airwaves.
Let's have a tune. I'm sick of this silence.
And it was based on a true story, which I had no idea that the Great Britain public didn't hear the music on the radio like we did.
Yeah, government radio never played any of it. You had this revolution, it caught them napping, and it took them a while to catch up, because you had this strange phenomenon in England. Who knew why it should be England? That you basically got white boys hearing black American music, and they turned it into this other thing which we used to call rhythm and blues. So you got the Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, all those guys, all in about 2 years, millions of bands, and it became our biggest export, and you couldn't hear it anywhere. So the pirate radio people discovered that if you were in a boat and you were 3 miles out at sea, outside of territorial waters, you were at liberty to pump all the new rock and roll into the nation, and you didn't have to pay copyright. And also, the government did a very cool thing. They made it illegal. So if you were 14 or 15, that was intensely glamorous, and you got outlaw status just by tuning in. It was funky.
I'm the Count. You're listening to Radio Rock as we count down to ecstasy. Rock on!
Are you doing something dirty?
And that was for Erica.
They had millions of fans.
A nice young man has lost his virginity.
A boat full of treasure.
Busy day.
And the full attention
Pirate Radio.
of the authorities.
That will soon be the first person to curse on rock and roll radio. Here it comes.
Shut that filth up. We're going to shut them down.
And you're one of the few women in the movie, which
Yes.
had to be kind of fun.
That was really fun, actually, because yeah, all the girls, we kind of came on one at a time, so we get shipped out to the boat and just turn up, and then all the boys would be very attentive. It was lovely.
Oh, I bet. And you really were on a boat then?
A real boat, yeah, really.
What was that like, filming on a boat?
That was great. I mean, I love, you know, being on the sea and, you know, sailing and that sort of thing, but it was a really interesting ship, and we got to explore the engine room and all that kind of thing, which was fun, and we got to go and sort of sleep on it overnight for a weekend at the beginning in the cabin. It was fun.
No seasickness?
No, I don't get seasick. I think a couple of people got a bit.
Probably some of the guys, probably the real macho guys.
Yeah, the really big ones.
They can't close us down. We're pirates.
They will find a way. Governments loathe people being free.
This fall, experience the comedy.
Our heroic disc jockeys become dangerous criminals.
About the untold story.
I'm declaring war.
Of the motley crew that saved rock and roll.
This is a trick.
We've got the wrong damn boat!
Spectacular mistake.
From the creator of 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
These are the best days of our lives.
And Love Actually.
They will come after us.
Let them try. I intend to broadcast from this ship until the day I die. And for a couple days after that.
Academy Award winner Philip Seymour Hoffman, Bill Nighy, Risa Fahn, Nick Frost, and Kenneth Branagh.
Young men and young women will always dream dreams and put those dreams into song.
Pirate Radio.
Let's rock! Us, twat, us!
Don't know what that means. I didn't understand any of that.
I loved this movie. I've already seen it twice. Don't miss it. For showtimes, just go to apis.com.